I know I said I wasn't going to mention it, but how are you doing with all this crazy loss in your life? This is fucked up. It's way too much for everyone.
Most of the time I feel like I'm numb. I was just talking about this the other day. Some days seem to last forever, but the weeks are just flying by. Like, I cannot believe it's a year coming up on my mom. Like, I thinking about it is just insane. So this whole year I just feel like I've been numb, completely numb, you know? And then sometimes, like, there are times when, like, I get bits of emotion that'll creep up and creep in on me, you know, and I'll, you know, whatever, but actually lately I've been thinking about her quite a bit, but for the most part I'm just like living my life, and it's not that I don't want to remember, it's it's weird. It's super weird.
It's weird for everyone. There's no handbook. There's no handbook of how it's supposed to happen, or how you're supposed to feel. But one thing it's an indicator of that you're an adult and you've gone through something horrible and you're coping with it. And whatever sadness or bereavement you have, or whatever it be, there's no amount, there's no measuring stick for that. You just go through it the way you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 60 years old at times too, you know, it's just like, even my friends, like, none of them have a clue. None of them have a single clue, and it's like, you can't compare tragedies. You really just can't. Like, people go through their stuff, you know, I go through my stuff.
Mine was far worse.
But there are, you know what I mean, you can't really do that, but there are some things that mean a lot more to you than other things, and family definitely being one of them. I don't know. And it's never that I ever want sympathy. I hate, you know, I don't want people pitying or, you know, sympathy, but just like
patronizing.
Yeah, but like understanding, or when I'm going through some weird funk, like, let me be, you know what I mean? I don't know. Or if I'm snappy sometimes, it's just like, okay, get off, like, let it go. There's reasons, always reasons.
Yeah, it's good to be able to read people, you know, and to not have to go deep. But when it's okay to go deep, then go there, you know, and talk about stuff.
And it's like, I know I shouldn't feel that way because, you know, how people throw the word gay around like it's no big deal, or, you know, like people say stuff like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna kill myself, this sucks, you know, and it's like, you can't say that type of shit. I get so pissed when people are talking about like, oh, my mom, she's just so annoying, she just drives me up a wall. I'm looking at her like, you are the last person, I'm the last person you need to be talking about
ruining
this
your
to.
good coffee. Yeah.
Ruining it?
I'm not ruining it, it was a very nice brew onto its own, but now you have a hybrid mix.
It's probably better.
Yeah, your situation is interesting, having lost both your parents and your grandparents. It's all just like, it's surreal. I don't know how to process it either. I mean, and with Mike going.
Yeah, even Uncle Mike. I think about Uncle Mike all of the time.
Because you're like, well, death, you know, after going, just like, it's like death happens. And I don't cry as much as I used to. You know, having those gut wrenching from the fucking pit of your gut, soul, you know.
Yes.
Like, I was watching a movie and somebody had a cry like that. I'm like, wow, I haven't cried like that in a while. Which I don't need to. But when it's time to do it, I will. Because I'm not afraid to go there, because it's so this pain, this purifying pain.
I think that my last cry like that was for my mom, for sure.
That was so fucking fucked up.
I probably cried all of my tears for the rest of my life that month, you know.
I agree. There's a peak moment of tragedy or something of loss in your life, and then after that, everything else almost makes you numb in a way.
You know, say I have to get a leg amputated, not even near as close as to that, you know. I mean, you know, a bunch of little things that add up. Will never make me cry as hard as that one moment, for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad we're both still alive. I'm glad we're both here. Let's cheers. We're on the right side of the dirt today. I love you a lot.
6 feet above ground.
6 feet above ground. So whatever this meaning of life is, our family's gotten a lot smaller, and as much as it can be crazy at family parties for some people, I appreciate it more than ever. You know, when we do have them, because we don't have much. We don't really do a whole lot.
No.
But I'm okay with that too, because we're all off in our own world.
Yeah.
Each person's individually, you know, having their own life. I want to see your place and see Elizabeth's, but I don't care if I don't. You know.
You know, I agree with that though. Like, on my mom's side of the family, we have like a shit ton of second cousins whose families are like flourishing. They're all getting married to like people that look like their siblings and having like a shit ton of babies. And like that whole lifestyle, maybe it's just because of the stuff I've been through and you know how like our family's kind of diminishing. It doesn't appeal to me. Like I don't want to marry someone who looks like my almost brother, you know, and then pop out a bunch of kids. That does not appeal to me.
I'm just making sure we could hear you. Can I hear you?
Can you?
I hope so. Hi.
So I don't know.
The batteries are probably going to go. I don't know if there's anything I need to get out. If I've ever done this, I don't write anything down. But it's just weird. Like I love photos. I get some of my familial catharsis out with my photos and videos, and this kind of stuff is even more in depth. There's even a thing on YouTube with Rose and Emilio and I driving up to Detroit.
Oh, I saw that.
And it's just like a whole hour, but the sound goes out of sync. I really want to edit that down to like kind of a more, hey, we're going to Detroit kind of thing. But I just uploaded it for the hell of it. Because you know why? Because I was going to Detroit to visit a friend north of Detroit. And I'm like, if I die, I want this to be on YouTube.
Is that really what you thought?
I wrote a note. Yeah, I wrote a note. Like if I were to die, I don't have a will out. I don't have anything. I gave Laura and Michelle. I have their names on my bank deposit box or my retirement fund.
Yeah.
Just to have people on both sides to split it up. You know.
That's crazy.
I don't feel like I'm gonna die, but you never know when it's gonna happen. And I don't have a will. I need to get a will out there.
My mom didn't.
Yeah, both of your mom and dad. You guys are probably still going through that shit. I'm assuming. I don't know, probate.
Oh, yeah.
And luckily, a Brian who probably is a little more, you know, adept at doing.
God, I love Ryan. Yeah.
Ryan's cool, man.
Ryan's cool as shit.
He's a cool cat. He's so laid back.
I know.
Him and Elizabeth,
and so
man, are
hopeful
sweet.
too. Yeah.
See, I'd have to interview Elizabeth too, but I know it would go totally different. Elizabeth would be more like her media personality. I'm like, down with the media personality, girl, relax.
Yeah.
And we'd probably be playing back and forth.
Bantering, yeah.
Yeah, we're bantering. I like our banter. It's real. This is all very real. We're not even, you know, it's like,
I am pretty real. I'm pretty real.
That's cool. And as well, you should be. Aaron, are you closer to Aaron? You think you're closer to Aaron being the youngest two?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, we shared a room growing up, so it's like we have like a bunch of little things that we remember, but yeah, generally closer. Like Laura and I were not really close. We kind of always argued and stuff, and I mean, all that shit's aside, we'd always just get into little fights. I'd steal her clothes and all that, you know, but like we were like, we'd butt heads a lot. Elizabeth and Laura were close, and Aaron and I were close. But I love Laura. I can't believe she's having a baby. I get to be Auntie M. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, she's been sick, but yeah, that Rose told me that.
I bet you I'm gonna sob when she has that baby.
She goes, "Did you know about Laura?" I'm like, "No, Laura what?" Oh, she's gonna have a baby. I'm like, what? Because I didn't see it on Facebook.
Oh, really?
So she on that video going up to Detroit. You know, it's so boring. And just regular conversation. That's gonna be. Anyway, she told me about Laura having a baby. That is so cool. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get married? There's no pressure. Believe me, I'm not married. I know other people that don't want to get married. Like Elizabeth, I'm assuming is not going to have kids, and that's fine too. It's like whatever. It's our own ride in the world that we want to do. So
I honestly it's weird because I'm not planning on it. I don't have plans to. Should it happen, if it comes along, I live life just how when it comes along. If it happens, should in the moment feel it? Yes, but I don't have plans.
That's perfectly fine.
I go back and forth. I'm like, really? I don't really want to have kids. They're expensive. They're annoying. I'm kind of selfish in that manner, I guess.
It's good to be aware of that and admit that. Because, I mean, for a while I've said, I'm a selfish coward. That's why I'm not married. I'm a selfish coward. And I like to do things on my own. And really, like with Eileen and all that, I could have been married to her and living with her and in that situation. It would have been probably a really good situation. Hopefully the guy she's getting married to is forthright and in the right track because he has kids and all that. And I hope they have an awesome relationship together, really, because you know, I wasn't leading her on. Early on, I told her, you know, I'm not marriage material. You know, I'm enjoying myself here with you and the kids, but you know, so that's where I've fallen short. I could have been married so many times over the years.
It's like I'm fearful of that too. Like I don't know. I feel like I have this like lightweight attachment issue just because of all like the heartache and heartbreak. Like so when people like leave or you know hurt me in some kind of way, I get so like I get irritated, but I also have like commitment issues too. I have like both, and it's like
we're so similar. We are.
God.
We're both. You know, it's not like whenever I say similar, because Dawn's like, oh my God, that's very good. She just approaches it differently. I love you, Dawn. I love you, Dawn. I love you, Dawn.
Love you, Dawn.
But yeah, we're quite similar in so many ways. Just from that, like being single, the partying, who knows what like little hidden little skeletons are in our closet. We're just like, I'm not gonna let you know ever.
Right.
Whatever.
No, but I mean, you know, when I think about it, I'm like, oh, having a family sounds nice and all, like the whole thing, but actually going through everything and, you know, I feel like the only reason why people do shit anymore is just so they can post it on Facebook to say and show that they're doing it. You know, like, look, I'm living life. And I'm like, cool, good for you.
I'm glad Elizabeth are married. Elizabeth and Ryan are married. I'm glad Laura and Nick are married. I still have to edit their reception, Laura and Nick. But you know, if you and Aaron don't get married, I'm assuming Aaron's probably going to get married.
Rob. I love Rob.
I think they're going to have like cute little hipster bearded cute kids.
They will.
And
they are. They wear like little glasses and hats.
I can't wait.
I know.
Yeah, and then Jen and Tony and Michelle. You guys all have like this huge family. Like when we're long gone, you're going to have a really cool Christmas parties to go to without us. Why am I crying? Because I'm not part of the future. I saw that on Louis C.K.
Oh my God, I love Louis C.K.
Have you seen season 5?
No.
It's the strongest, most powerful season yet.
Really?
He digs deep, I think, in this season.
Really?
He digs deep. You watch. I was watching that because I can relate because we're in a similar age range, but like all these like they say skeletons in his closet, he brings them up on camera and showing this shit off, like his fear of people and you know being an asshole and opinionated and all this other stuff. But he goes into this store and there's this pretty Asian lady who's kind of snubbing him, and then she finally explains to him that you know what it is, you're not part of the future. We are the future, and you know you're not part of it. And the way she explained it was so snarky and mean, but it was the mean truth. Like as you get older, you kind of get old and in the way. You're like Grandpa Ken. He went to the nursing home.
Yes.
And you knew that he wasn't going to remember you. So at that point, it's not that it's a bad thing, but you knew that you didn't have to go visit him as much because you didn't really know. And I haven't seen Uncle Tom and Uncle Bill, and they're both roommates. I need to get my ass in there with these cameras. And
they are living at the manor, right? Or still, or no? Perrysburg?
Yeah, they're roommates. I need to get my ass in there with cameras.
Okay, so they are family. I understand that. Do I know Uncle Tom? No, I really don't.
No.
Uncle Bill, yes, he's been around forever, but I was living damn near next door and haven't been to visit him, so don't you feel any sort of way.
You know, I'm not trying to impart guilt or anything, but I share my own kind of like I should go visit him more often because they'd appreciate it. Uncle Tom's face always lights up. Hey, because I'm the goofy guy. I'd like to go see him, and that's not imparting on anybody else, but I'd like to see him while they're there because it's interesting that they're from the Cottle and Landon side, and they're now roommates together. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
So I need to get a little bit of that for Uncle Bill and Uncle Tom to live in the nursing home. I don't want to be there.